All right, welcome to our spoiler segment. This is our Galactic News segment where we're going to be talking spoilers. This time it's hero spoilers. These are all of the spoilers that are like the Hamburglar, because that's how I say things nowadays. These are the hero spoilers that we have this week.
So starting off here, we got the 3 Costs of Beans masterpiece here, coming in with just the hero aspect on it. It is a 3/3 that reads Rebel, Vehicle, Fighter, and Spectre. Apparently, Rebels, when they captured this TIE Fighter, they upgraded its guns to make it a 3-die attack. So this one reads, on attack, if you control a blue unit, you heal 2 damage from a base. A green unit, give an experience token to a unit, and it can be this unit. A red unit, deal 1 damage to a unit or a base, or if it's a yellow, you can exhaust or ready a resource, which is absolutely strong. Like this a lot here. This actually is a really great card. I actually like this a lot. This obviously will play really well in a Sabine deck, but on top of that, this actually plays really well in a regular old school Hera deck, right? That wants to pull all the different specters in together. This is an add-on that you absolutely want to put into your deck for that, since you can pull all the different aspects into this particular into her deck for that. But overall, this is just a very strong card, even if you're putting in just a regular light side Rebel deck. Just absolutely great, dude. There's a lot of utility here that you can use for it, and it's a very cheap, efficient ship that you can play on there. This is going to be an auto include in a lot of Rebel decks.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. I like Sabine. I have a Sabine ship that I feel like from X-Wing, I feel like just putting on the table too. And this is just turning into Tanner playing X-Wing with cards, I guess. I like it. I think it's for a 3/3/3. Like, I think this is just a good card, and it's a vehicle, and it's Rebel. This works with Chopper, by the way. Chopper becomes a little bit better, I think, because of this. Like, you have more of a reason to play Chopper now than you ever had in your whole life. So,
yeah, this is just an instant, like, open fire kind of card. This is just not something I want to deal with. So I was going against it because it just does so much random stuff that's just kind of really annoying. It's just a heat magnet.
Yeah, like I said.
I mean, like, it's good. We'll see where it fits in decks. Obviously, like, something like a Hera attack would be really nice because, you know, you'll probably run all 4 colors in there. Yeah, it's just kill that thing immediately. Just does too much. Because, like, you know, if you with Poe, you can stack whatever you want him to do in any order, so it doesn't have to be in the blue, green, red, and yellow order like that when you attack. So, like, if you have all those units out there or whatever, you can just do it in whichever way you want, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. All right, the next card. Alex, what is it?
And how do you say his name? Cham?
Yeah, Cham.
Cham Syndulla? Who I assume is like
Hera's dad.
There you go. Okay,
yeah.
But he's red. Whatever. He is a red card too. He's a 4 cost, just plain red. He's a 5/4 Rebel Twi'lek. When played, if your opponent controls more resources than you may put the top card of your deck into play as a resource. Probably that one random red card that they said they might have some ramp in it. It's also kind of like an equalizing ramp. Like, if your opponent ramps, you're just like, cool, I can do that too.
But I get a unit on top of it. I'd have to pay for it. This is great. Pelp loves this card.
Even if you had like 5 resources or whatever, or like 4 resources, and your opponent goes down to their 5th one, you can just play him and then still be equal, right? Like, you don't even have to wait for your opponent to ramp. You can just keep an extra card in your hand and then play him, play the top card, which is pretty cool.
Or when DJ steals your resource, you can be like, all right, fine, I'll just play him and put it back. Thank you.
Just kill the DJ.
You
Just play
could
Force Choke.
That's villain.
I would play this after I play a wrecker, right? Because you're getting rid of a resource, you're likely going to be already down, and then play jam.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I don't think you necessarily. Hey, wait a minute. Remember that stupid ship, that stupid capital ship that costs 3 that when it dies, your opponent ramps off of it?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Just play this after they do that. Easy.
So you're telling me this is an auto include in my Piat deck? Is what
Yeah,
you're
if you're
telling
running
me.
red Piat, I guess you could try to do that combo if you really want.
I mean, it's like I don't know. It's like free ramp, I guess. Like I still get my Devastator out early.
Hey, if you're going against like a red Bosk or a green Bosk, this is a great card. But also, you could like bounce it back to your hand, right? You just waylay it back in and play it again, which is kind of cool if you're really far behind on ramp.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of alternate ways of throwing this card down without your opponent necessarily having just to play ramp.
Yeah, I like it. I hope this is not something we see in Sabine, though I have a feeling it's going to be because it's a rebel. Because Sabine traditionally sometimes stops resourcing. But we'll see. Next card is a bland Phoenix Squadron A-Wing. It's a 3/2 for green. It's a rebel vehicle fighter. Woohoo. The art is cool because it's got a tie in the background. But other than that, I don't know like if I care. It's a defender that's going to kill it and hopefully going to kill it. But it seems it's not going to, but
I mean, it's technically better than the Grease Squadron A-Wing, right? Because it's always dealing 3 attack.
The other one always does 3 attack.
Too.
Now when it's defending.
But you also lose out on the health. Like a 3/2 for 2 in space isn't.
It's whatever.
Bad.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad like worst case scenario. What they just dairy raid it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh well, sorry.
Don't know. All right, let's keep moving because that was an uninteresting card. And let's move on.
Alex, why don't you take this one?
Okay. We got another ghost. It costs 5 this time, though, but it's still in blue. It's a blue, heroic, 5 costing, 5/6 ghost. Rival vehicle transport and spectre. And it says each other friendly spectre unit gains this unit's keywords. And then if this unit is upgraded, while this unit's upgraded, it gains Sentinel. It's also legendary. So if you stack a bunch of keywords on this, all your other Spectre units get it. Which is really cool. Also, if your opponent puts a bounty on it, all your Spectre units have that same bounty. Which isn't cool. So don't play this against a boss deck.
Yep.
But no, I mean, it gets wild, like, especially with the other 2 cards that we're going to reveal directly after this, directly supporting this. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like things that share a bunch of keywords. I played Boba deck, right, with a whole bunch of keywords everywhere. They get +1 attack. This one just gives, like, all my units grit or restore or whatever. Or, if you stack War Raid on it, like, or hey, if you have a red 3, right, it gets raid 1, but also it's another unit, so it gets raid 2. So all your units now have like raid 2, but also if they're heroic, they have raid 3 now, right? So that's kind of wild. Really stack raid on it with red 3. But yeah, that bounty thing's nuts.
Yeah,
I would
would
just a client bounty on there, and it's like cool.
Yeah.
Everything I just killed just heals 5 off my base.
Yeah,
That death mark or something is like I'm just gonna draw my deck. Don't worry.
Well, even
about
top target, right? Because top target triggers better when it's a unique like
Yeah, just heal
unit.
6 for
And
whatever unit I killed this turn. Super laser
then
blast, I heal 48.
exactly, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Every specter unit is unique, so you top target this and then just kill everybody else, and you just completely heal your base. Like, it is crazy, man. That's crazy.
I mean, Tanner, what do you think about the ghost? I mean, it's nutty, right? Like, it's fun.
It's fun. I think it's fun. I actually did play Hera a little bit. It'll be fun to play in Twin Suns. Like, I liked Hera a lot in Twin Suns, personally. I don't know as much as I would worry too much about the bounties. Like, if Bosk is the only thing that you really have to worry about, or something that runs the
It's
client.
just kind of funny that it works explicitly like that.
You know, I do like the fact that you get to, like, whatever upgrades you have on it, it just adds to the other stuff. It's like a cheap, like Home 1 does that, right? Where Home 1 says, hey, everybody gets restore 1. And so if you put Hera in the ghost, everybody gets restore 1. Like, that's pretty good. I like that. Like, and that's a lot cheaper. I can play that like turn 5, you know, and be able to like play her and stuff like that. So I don't know. I like it. I don't know. Like, we haven't gotten we only got 2 leaders left, 1 hero and 1 villain. So unless they're going to give us a yellow Hera, we're not getting another Hera leader, which I think is a crime. But I can see a little bit of synergy like in a Rose type deck, I think. Like, I think in a Rose type deck that can give you, I don't know, like, is Lando just comes out too late, if that's like bad.
You don't really need to give, like, because it already gets Sentinel when it's upgraded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually kind of funny. If you do put like a bounty on it, they just all your Spectre units have Sentinel. But yeah, I'm not sure if like Lando would be a particularly great option. It sucks that it's like a hero, right? Because you have 2 villains that give out like Saboteur or Grid with Asajj and Rio, right? But yeah, there's just a lot of upgrades, especially in blue, that are just like, whatever, give it grit, or you know,
Mandalorian, right? Like, would that be crazy giving out Mandalorian? Oh man, I didn't think about that until now. You just everything you could add this into like a Mando type deck.
I don't think the Foundling, like Mandalorian's not a keyword, right? So it's just,
oh yeah, you're right.
It's a trade.
All right, yeah, it's just
doesn't
a trade.
share the trades.
Yep. Fair enough. You're right. Well, that would have been cool. You dashed my hopes there.
But if you have like Captain Tarkin, right, you give it Overwhelm. So now all your Spectre units have Overwhelm, which can be really good, especially if you're like Kanan or Zab just pushing out even more damage, right? A whole bunch of really cool stuff that you can do.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it'll be a fun thing to play with. So I'll definitely be keeping that, especially because it's a little bit cheaper. It's a 5 cost 5/6, so I think that's pretty good just in itself.
It's better than the other Ghost for sure.
Yeah,
I did not like the first set Ghost.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so the next card that we got up here is going to be the 3 cost Phantom 2. This one here is a blue and heroic aspect with 3 attack, 3 health, and it's a rebel, vehicle, transport, and specter. And it comes with grit, and it reads action. If this card is a unit, you can attach it as an upgrade to the ghost. And then the attached unit gets +3/+3 and gains grit. And mind you can attach this to either ghost, the old ghost or the current one on there. So pretty good. You can take a little bit of damage onto this vehicle, so you can give it a nice boost, and then just attach it as an upgrade to one of the other ghosts on there, and completely heal up if you need to. And then you're giving that ghost a +3/+3, which with the current one that we have here, that will make it an 8/9, which would be really cool. And you're giving grit to every other Spectre unit on there as well. So definitely some nice synergy on there. It gets even better once you start putting in Hera on there and you have a fully decked out like ghost. This can do some awesome work on there. I am really hoping that we get the first Phantom card to kind of complement this as well. It will be really great to have another keyword on that, like an Overwhelm maybe, since it's more of an aggressive ship. So it would be really cool to see that as a future card for the Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, +3/+3 and grit is pretty good.
Yeah.
When you can dock it to the Ghost, and then the Ghost now gets Sentinel and grit, and so does all your Spectre units.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm already thinking like, so good. All right, let's keep moving. We got Hera Syndulla next. We've lost enough, she said, but obviously she hasn't. She is a 2-cost 2/3 restore 1 unit. It is just a base unit. That's just good on itself. Oh,
Yeah.
yep. That's a great turn 1 play. And you can also put her as a pilot for the same cost, and attached unit gains restore 1. And she's also a rebel, by the way, and a specter. So she will have rebel synergy. I think she's great. Just like maybe do we get a Sabine Blue deck this year or this set? Can we make a Sabine Blue deck? Anyway, this card's amazing for what it costs. It's a 2-cost 2/3, no matter where you put it, and it's got restore 1. Sold. I'll take it. Give this to me in draft, for Christ's sake. I'll take this any day.
Yeah, it's only an uncommon too. Like she just seems really good. Like
she's amazing.
Slap her on the Ghost. Now all your units have restore 1 and Sentinel.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, yeah, it's good. Not much else to say, right? Like,
yeah,
just give a unit, one of your spaceships +2/+3 and restore 1. A little bit better than Devotion.
Mm-hmm.
I love it because she's so versatile. That's the best part about that card. All right, let's keep moving. We got a Croc. JJ, what is our Croc telling us?
So we got the 6 cost CR90 Relief Runner. This comes in as a single blue aspect card, and it's a 4-attack, 6 health rebel vehicle and capital ship, and it comes with Restore 2, which is really strong. And it reads, when defeated, heal up to 3 damage from a unit or a base. So obviously this goes straight into a Thrawn deck, but really solid as a 6-cost capital ship with that Restore 2. It's not doing a ton of damage, but that Restore 2 can absolutely keep your base up. And just make it frustrating for your opponent to keep on pushing damage into your base there. This definitely is going to see some play for 6 costs. Yeah, obviously there are a lot more stronger cards on there, but with a Restore 2 that can also heal up 3 damage from a unit or a base, that's pretty good in my opinion. So yeah.
Piet likes this card too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it seems okay. 6 is pretty steep for that, but it is nice that like you can heal things and it doesn't even have to be your base when it dies.
Yeah.
It allows you to keep a unit alive that you want to live a little bit longer.
Keep your Ghost more alive.
All right, what's next?
We have a green Podameron now. It's one hell of a pilot. It says so on the card. He is a 3/3 for 4 green hero. He is a pilot though, so when you play him as a unit, you create an X-Wing token. And then you may attach this unit as an upgrade to a friendly vehicle unit without a pilot on it. Or you can pay 2 and attach him as a pilot upgrade that gives +2/+3. So like if you pay the 2 extra resources, you generate an X-Wing token. Is what that card says.
Yeah, basically.
I guess if you have no spaceship, you can throw them in there. Now it's a 4/5 X-Wing token with Podameron on it. I mean, but
it's good.
Yeah, it seems nice. There's a fair amount of vehicles in green. In heroic, like +2/+3 is not bad for 2. And again, I mean, you don't want to play him as a unit. You don't want him out as a unit. He's a 3/3, but you can play him and get a free X-Wing token.
Yeah.
All right. Next one we have is Resistance X-Wing. It is a 2-cost hero static 2/2 resistance vehicle fighter. While this unit has a pilot on it, it is a +1/+1. So that's probably pretty good, actually. Like in the long run, like as a static unit for turn 1 play, not super good. But if you're gonna upgrade it anyway, like okay, you could put what is it, BB-8 on there, and
Yeah.
Or D2 for free. If you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yep, and so now it's a 3/3 with whatever stats. I don't remember what BB-8 stats are, but I don't know. It's not bad.
I mean,
It's
you can
okay.
still play it. You can still play it on turn 1, right? Because it's not going to come in ready, and then turn 2, when it is ready, you could deploy a pilot on it, and then it gets that +1/+1 that you can then swing into either an enemy or a base unit there, plus the additional bonus you get from the pilot on there. So you can set it up for a really good turn for turn 2. So it'll definitely see some play, I think, because it's a good like starting card to like really get some damage up there. I would absolutely see this in a Sabine deck because this can really hit really hard, really fast in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, you throw little R2D2 on there, now it's a 4/4 for 2 at the start of the game.
Yeah,
Which ain't bad. Or you put like Hera on there, now it's up 5/6 with the Restore 1 for 4 resources. Like, if you have the pilots, you can throw it on there. It becomes a slightly better than average ship.
yeah.
It's okay. It's not bad. Yeah. All right, we are now into the Han spoilers that we forgot to cover.
I'll take the first one here. So we got the 2 costs. You're all clear, kid. Gambit card. Wow, that was terrible.
That was awful, JJ.
That was a very bad take. Yes. So,
Would you like to do that again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
It's funnier if he doesn't. And when we talk about him doing it again, it's like a part-time take in Crystal Skull.
Yes, exactly. So we got President Falcon or Harrison Ford here with a blue aspect and hero aspect card, and it reads: defeat an enemy space unit with 3 or less remaining HP. If you do, and an opponent controls no space units, you may give an experience token to a unit. That's a lot of word salad on that one card, but it can be fairly easy to get this early in the game, a lot harder as the game goes on. Being able to essentially wipe out, especially if your opponent's focusing more on the ground game. This can have some uses on it. However, this is there's going to be better options at the cost, what you're playing for 2. So unless it requires you to have a unit out on the board already. So unless you can really set that up really well, probably better options out there for 2 costs for what you can get for this card right now.
I don't know, man. I think 2 costs just kill a space unit that's got 3 or less health. Seems good. I just assume the last half of that, if you kill it, they have no space units, it's just bonus icing on the cake because like it just fits with the name of the card. And that's the only reason why it's there. It's just, I mean, like, you could play it turn 1 and just kill whatever they play, right? On the first turn.
Yeah.
Like, they play an A-Wing, you just take it out.
Yeah,
I think it's really solid for 2.
Yeah. Especially in Blue Hero, like, here you go, Anakin. Now you have a turn 1 play that if you don't need to kill something, you can just get rid of their space unit. Even better. I like it. I will 100% run this in. The hero blue that I never run.
I mean, let me know if you manage to get the experience tokens off of it, but I feel like really that's just more of a bonus, and the actual card just says kill a space unit that's got 3 health or left or less. Yeah.
And if you think about it in a meta where everybody's putting indirect damage everywhere, it's pretty good. All right, let's move.
Teeth are hideous though in that card. That art is questionable.
The art for all of these cons is just insane, awful. All right, let's move on. Alex, what's the next?
Yeah, so we have Han Solo as a pilot. He's a legendary. He is a 4/5 for 5 yellow hero. And he has ambush. Just straight up 4/5 for 5 ambush. But also the piloting, you get paid 2. When you play him as an upgrade, you may attack with the attached unit. If it's the Millennium Falcon, it deals its combat damage before the defender, so you get a little shoot first in there when you play him as an upgrade, and he gives +2/+3.
Stupid. This is stupid. Who thought this was a good idea to add if it is on a Millennium Falcon? Oh my god.
Just a little shoot first Falcon action. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it's now a 5/7 Falcon that I pay 1 for every time, and you better kill it because otherwise it's just going to sit there and take out whatever you want.
You thought of that Falcon first.
That's the Falcon I'm going to put on it.
Not the 3/4 carries an additional pilot, gets +1/+0 for every pilot on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's what I thought.
But you know, I'm going to put it on the other one for
Lando's Falcon, the 5/5.
That Falcon. They never let live.
Hey man, it's a 7/8 that shoots first when you throw on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a true legendary, folks.
Yeah,
and the art is awful. This is like the
you don't like the art?
No, I think the art is just no. I don't.
They gave him
like
duck. They gave him duck lips.
I think
it looks like Chevy Chase.
It does look like Chevy Chase.
That's what it looks like. Somebody loves Chevy Chase.
It's like a 50s sci-fi pulp novel artwork part of it. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll sell you all of my hyperspace and hyperspace foil one.
Pennies on the dollar will be great.
It's not what it's going to be. These cards will be expensive.
It's a solid unit, right? The 4/5 for 5 ambush is fine, right? That's a boss stat line.
Mm-hmm.
But like, really, the versatility of either having an ambush 4/5 or just like piloting it 2/3 and then shoot first if you have Falcon, not bad. It's an efficiency thing.
It's a good card. The next is the Radiant 7. This is the Ambassador's Arrival. I don't remember where we saw this ship.
Isn't
I don't
this
know,
Padme's
JJ?
ship?
It's
From episode 1?
Yeah, episode 1 as soon as they land.
Okay.
Where she's like, thank you, Magic Trash Can, for saving the
Yeah.
ship. Yeah.
All right. This is a 7-cost 5/6 Republic vehicle capital ship. It is each enemy non-leader unit gets -1 attack for each damage on it. When played, deal 5 indirect damage to a player. So it's pretty good. It's a little expensive, kind of. Like it's not really. I guess I won't say it's really expensive. But I don't know if this will save us late game. But this seems like if you run some sort of a ramp deck or a peanut deck, with triple dark raid, this seems really good.
Boba deck.
Or a Boba deck, it seems really good in a Boba deck too. So
Where you just dump 6 indirect damage to everyone, giving them -1 attack for everyone they're not putting on the base.
Yeah. So
I think
seems
card's
pretty
nuts.
good. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like the 7 cost on it, but that's fine, I guess.
The 7 cost is pretty steep, but like the impact that it can have on the board is pretty good. It is directly countered by grit though, which is kind of funny, but
Yeah.
other than that, just bad if you're taking a lot of damage on a bunch of your ships and you're just like, I'm still alive, and it'd be like, cool, you don't swing for anything, so I don't really care. Because a lot of, most things that are like sticking around have like higher health than they do attack, right? So their damage will go down to 0 before they die, which is cool.
I can also see this in like some sort of like an Iden style deck. We've seen Iden yellow become, because like the next turn you could play Snoke. This like worked really well with Snoke as well. I don't know. I think it's a good card. I don't like the 7 cost, but we'll see how the meta plays out and if it fits into there. So,
It's a nasty TDR turn.
yeah, that's the problem with like that stupid TDR card. That card keeps going up in cost too.
Yeah.
Like, so if you pull TDRs, folks, don't get rid of them. They're worth like a legendary cost now, and they're going to be worth more next set.
It's tragic.
Yeah.
It sucks because I only have 2 hyperspace ones, and I went to look to buy a third, and I was like, nope, not doing that. Like, no, thank you.
I have 1 foil. That's
Nice.
the only fanciness I have for those. But I got like 6 of them.
Yeah, I had 8 of them. I sold some of them, so because why not, right? Like, why do I need it? All right, let's keep moving. We got another one. This one's a weird looking ship too.
Yeah, so this
From
is the
Solo,
one,
right?
Yeah, the Solo movie, when they did that initial heist with Tobias Beckett. So this is the 3-cost stolen AT hauler. This is a yellow aspect only. And it is a 4 attack, 5 health underworld vehicle transport. And it reads, when defeated, choose an opponent for this phase. They may play this unit from its owner's discard pile for free. Could have some uses. It's a kind of like a passive sentinel because your opponent absolutely wants to take advantage of this particular ability to have the vehicle play for free from the discard pile. It's definitely pretty decent stats for its cost as well. It can play really well.
It's huge. Like that's
Yeah,
the whole
I mean for 4 or 5. Yeah.
4 or 5 for 3.
Yeah, exactly. So it's it kind of makes it like a priority for your opponents to try to take out this particular unit just so they could take advantage of it. But then you get the advantage when you destroy it as well to play for free as well. So or you can just bounce it back into your hand before they get the chance to destroy it as well. So there's definitely going to be some uses for this. It is a very cheap space unit to put out on the board, and you can further buff it by putting pilots on it as well. So yeah, definitely is going to see some play for sure.
So hold on, I have a question. So I guess I'm not questioning that this is a good card because I actually think this is a great card personally. But how do you get to so if I own this card, I'm the owner. I play it. Alex decides to take it down because that's what he's going to do today, and then goes, "Oh, I get to play it for free out of your discard," and then you put it on your board, and then the next turn I go, well, I'm going to ambush something into it, and I kill it. Does it go back to my discard pile or your discard pile, and then you get to just play it again for free?
Yeah, it keeps swapping back and forth.
But how? Because there's only one owner. I'm the owner of it, not you.
Nowhere does it say like owner.
Yes, it does. From
the owner's
discard pile.
Okay, whatever. When the owner is whoever has the card, right?
No. That's a controller. The
Yeah.
owner is me. I am the only person that owns this. You are a controller, and you are taking control of it when you take it out of my discard pile. You do not own it, though.
Oh, that's true.
That's why, like, when you waylay something that's like yours, it goes back to your hand, right? Not the other person.
And then when you change a heart something under Palpatine control, it goes back to
yes.
its owner. So I was a little bit confused on the wording of this card. I was just not reading it well.
Yeah. So that's my question.
They can play it out of your discard pile.
Yeah. So they could play it out of my discard pile. Then they get it, and then I go and I attack it and I kill it, and then it goes into their discard pile, right?
No, it goes back to yours.
Yes,
it's your cards and you own it.
And then so it says, when defeated, choose an opponent. So I'm going to choose not me because I can't. I get to choose you again for this phase, and they can play that unit. So basically, if I play this unit, they always just like they can take it out of my discard pile every time.
No.
Okay.
Because if I'm controlling it right now, because I already defeated it when you had it, right?
Yes.
So I control it. It dies. I choose you because you're my opponent, and then you can play it out of your own discard pile.
Okay.
For free, yeah. Like you still steal it back and forth between each other. It just only goes to. They're specifying which discard pile it comes out of.
Yes, and so because when you as a controller, when I defeat you, it goes back to my discard pile versus yours.
Yeah,
because it goes to its owner's discard piles, which you're telling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And then you have to choose me, and I get to play it again. So it's a once you play this card, it never leaves And as long as you do, there's a few circumstances it will leave. Like you can't always. It's not true for 100%. But like if
Yeah,
I
as long
killed it
as-
and I claimed, it's so what? Yeah, but
Right.
in a natural progression of things, we'll just say 70% of the time, this card just bounces from side to side.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like it as a play like mechanic for the game. That's a pretty cool play mechanic.
Yeah.
I agree. And kind of like what JJ was alluding to, man, just like have this, play Rio or whatever, right? And then just like shove him in there. And now he's just really hard to kill, especially because it's like a leader unit, right? And then like Rio in particular is on there, it gets +3, +5, so it's a 7/10 with Saboteur. So, or is it even higher because it's a transport? I forgot. Yeah, it is a transport, so it gets an extra 1, so it's an 8/10. Yeah, and it's like then it doesn't die to things like Vanquish, right? So I think this is just like, yeah, shove your leader on there and then just go to town with a cheaper unit,
Yeah.
a cheap oversatted unit, and figure out later if your opponent ever kills it.
They'll probably just no good to me at that or something, well, frozen and carbonated. That's what they'll do.
Well, I can't frozen and carbonite if your leader's on there. It's frozen carbonite is non-leaders. That's just why it's like shove your leader on there, not like Boba Fett or R2D2 or whatever,
Great.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
cool. I like it. I think people were a little bit down on it, but I don't think it's bad. It depends on like how much people are playing in space and how much they can instant kill things.
Yeah, I think even if you do insta kill it, I think it's fine, right? Like as long as you have a way to kill it back. That's
Yeah.
Like I don't like, especially if it is reoccurring. That's it. That's that mechanic itself. Like force, like man, like you don't want to pass. It forces you to not be able to pass ever.
Right? And if your opponent's just passing, they probably have a way of killing it, so you just claim anyways until whatever. We'll go to the next turn.
Yeah.
Mind games. I love that. So
All
up
right.
next, we have the Masasi Tactical Officer. It is a 1-cost red hero unit. It is a 0/4 rebel, and as an action, you can exhaust it, attack with a fighter unit, and it gets +2/+0 for this attack. Because they added new things, so you need different tactical officers in here. It's pretty consistent with all the other sets. I kind of find that really funny.
Except for it doesn't have the whatchamacallit, what's the petition the Senate? It doesn't work with petition Senate. Like that would be even
it's
cooler.
Not,
if
it's
it,
not
Yeah.
official.
I know it would be super sweet if it was though.
Sure, we're really trying to push the petition the Senate card.
I would.
But yeah, it works like, what is that? That green heroic, the Republic Tactical Officer, right? Like it's all in that same vein.
It's nice. It's cool. It's kind of cool because you could play that and the other one turn 1.
Yeah,
You
it
have
does
them
cost only 1, which is pretty nice.
And it's a rebel, so. All right. Up next, we have another capital ship, a Tantaviv 4. Love it. It's running. That thing's running. It's not on fire, though, this time. It is a 7-cost, 5/7 rebel vehicle capital ship. It's Sentinel. When played, you create an X-Wing token. Pretty bland. It's cool. It'll be very good.
Really good and limited.
Yep, and any of that type of stuff, I will 100% play the hell out of it if I'm playing Rebel. So
I wouldn't be playing it outside of some very, very thematic Rebel deck and constructed, most likely. But yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. It's good and limited.
Yeah.
So
I mean, for me, the power level on it is it feels a little bit low for a 7-cost, right? Coming out of 5/7. I mean, yeah, you're creating an X-Wing token that is what is it, a 2/3 if I remember correctly?
It's a 2/2.
Oh, it's a 2/2. So you're getting that 2 extra attack later on somehow. But still, for what you're paying for 7 costs, I think there are better options on there. I mean, I don't see this replacing like a Luke Skywalker in my deck, honestly. So I mean, it is a heroic only, so you can put in any heroic deck. But still, it just feels like there are better options out there for what you're paying for it.
I don't know. Alex will love this. It's just a Sentinel. Come on, where's Alex's Sentinel love?
It's not a good Sentinel. Would I rather have a Tantive 7 or like 2 Concord Dawn Interceptors, you know?
We don't have a Ramus Antilles yet or a Leia like pilot, right?
No.
See, it'll be great if we can have like one of those like pilot does, be good.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up the Rebel version of our Galactic Gazette, where we're talking a little bit about some spoilers and why Alex will always be playing the Tentative Eve. That's going to be his new card of choice. Make sure you give him all of your hyperspace foils because he's only going to play that card in his deck from now on.